Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sheboygan A's Baseball at Wildwood Park for Game 2 of the Weekend Challenge. Sheboygan earlier today defeated Kenosha by a score of 5-4 in a 10-inning game. Remember, these challenge games are only 7 innings. My name is Mike Martin, along with Matt Crowley. We will be bringing you this second game versus the Addison Braves. Sheboygan will be the home team. The starting pitchers for this game are for Sheboygan. There you see him warming up, Eric Schmitz. And for Addison, it's Chris Weedo. Starting lineup for Addison. Leading off and catching is Brendan Lacey. Batting second and playing second base is Chris Karzinski. Batting third, center fielder Peter Mercurio. Batting fourth and DHing is Jared Hyder. Batting fifth and playing third base is Jake Bellata. Batting sixth and playing left field, Brendan Hollyfield. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, Jack Betts. Batting eighth, Ben Espinoza out and right. And batting ninth, Josh Dryden at first base. Again, Weedo is pitching for Addison. Defensively for Sheboygan, they have Stelt at first, Hancock at second, Neese at third, Pettit, Game 1 MVP, is at short. Outfield left to right is Warner, Walker, and Christ. And Brendan Lacey takes that first pitch for a strike. That ball evens the count at 1-1. Umpires, we have Doug Steinke behind home plate and Al Hockmuth on the bases. Ball is popped up on the infield. Harry Stelt, blocking the sun with his glove, makes the catch for the first out. Game time weather report, 76 degrees at game time. Sky is partly cloudy, mostly sunny, and the wind is light. With the win earlier today, Sheboygan balances their record at 8-8. They are 3-4 now in the state league. A win here would even that out. Then they'll have a tough game tomorrow against Lombard. Earlier today, Lombard defeated West Dallas 7-2. Earlier in the day, West Dallas defeated Greater Green Bay 8-1. Kenosha, by the way, in the game after the 10-inning A's game, ball drops into right field for a base hit. That brings up the center fielder, Peter Mercurio. So Sheboygan beat Kenosha 4-3 in that 10-inning game, and then after that, Kenosha had to turn right around and play Greater Green Bay, and they won by the run rule, 11-0. So Greater Green Bay has one more game tomorrow. They're hoping they don't go 0-3 on the weekend. Bouncing ball to short. Pettit backhands, throws the second one. Relay to first is not quite in time. So let's talk a little bit about Joey Pettit and his day. He was a player of the game in Game 1. He had a couple of RBI singles during the course of the game, drove in 2 of the 3 runs Sheboygan had. And then he came in the top of the 10th and pitched one shutout inning. Kept the game tied at 3. And then in the bottom of the 10th, Joey dumped a single out into right field to win the ball game. With 2 outs, that hit came. So Joey not only gets a game-winning hit, he's the winning pitcher, had 3 RBIs, and Matt and I decided Joey was the MVP of the game. Matter of fact, there was a full house vote on that. Everybody in the press box voted that way. And called strike on Jared Hyder, and at the end of a half inning of play, Addison nothing, Sheboygan coming to bat.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems.
I'm not usually...
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly...
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about...
Let's go through the Sheboygan lineup. Sheboygan managed by Tim Moyer, assisted by Ken Neese. They have Ross Christ leading off in right. Joey Pettit batting second, playing short. Harry Stelt is at first base, batting third. Jacoby Andreas is the DH, batting fourth. Jacob Neese hits fifth and is at third. Mark Warner is in left field. He bats sixth. Batting seventh is the center fielder, T.D. Walker. Batting eighth, the catcher, Shane Ryan, and batting ninth, the second baseman, Nick Hancock. Eric Schmitz is a pitcher. Defensively for Addison, they have Dryden at first, Karasinski at second, Balata at third, and Betts at short. Hollyfield's in left, Mercurio is in center, and Espinoza in right. Lacey catching, Guido pitching. Addison is coached by Larry Kurkowski. Ross Christ up. He had a couple of doubles in the first game. It's a fly ball out to left. Racing over and making the catch was Hollifield. Yeah. He's gone the other way quite a bit. Matt was saying it's about the fourth one. I don't know if it's four, but he hasn't been pulling the ball so much today, that's for sure. Joey Pettit is up. We mentioned Joey's exploits in game one. That first pitch, a base hit out to left field. Single for him.
First baseman, number 19, Harry Stelt.
Harry Stelt is up next. Harry was 0 for 3 in game one with a couple of walks. First pitch is in for a strike. Just heard Eric is in the house. Pitch is way up high. Evens the count at 1-1. You got to get out here to a game. It's very entertaining. Not just on the field either. Up with the pitch. Oh, they're calling him out. It looked like the throw was awfully late, but it was 2-6 on the putout. brings up Harry still up there. Pitch was a ball. It's 2-1 now, but nobody is on base. There are 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first of a 7-inning game. Remember, all these weekend challenge games are 7 innings. About the same size crowd for this game as there was in game 1. Most of the fans are underneath the covering here. And if you're over on the grandstand general admission side, on the third base side, you're pretty much in the sun. Grandstand admission section on the first base side is pretty much in the sun yet. A walk to Harry. His third walk of the day brings up Jacoby Andreas. Jacoby on the season is hitting .441. He has 15 hits, 11 RBIs. Does have 4 doubles and a home run. Bouncing ball to the second baseman, who flips over to short for the force out. And that ends the first inning after 1 full inning of play, no score.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down! There you are.
You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Leading off the top of the second for Addison is the third baseman, Jake Bellotta. Bellotta's having a tough start to his season, only hitting .158. He does have a double and 2 homers, and those are his 3 hits. So nothing but extra base hits when he makes contact. Right back up the middle off of Schmitz. He races over, tosses it in time for the force out. Good play by Schmitty to recover after being hit by that line drive. And he tells Moyer, do not cross that white line. I am fine. And Coach Moyer does not cross the line. He goes back to the dugout. But they are going to give Eric a couple of pitches just to make sure everything is where they belong. That brings up the left fielder, Brendan Hollifield. Hollifield made a nice play out in left off of Ross Christ. First pitch is in there for a strike. Pitch comes in just a little bit low. Evens the count at 1-1. Got a beautiful day for baseball today. We're all hoping that's the case tomorrow. Second day of the weekend challenge. Burlington is the only team today to play only one game, and they will be the only team to play 2 games tomorrow. Count is 2-2. Swing and a miss by Hollifield. That brings up Jack Betts. Boy, as I go through the batting averages for Burlington, they're really quite low. Betts is only hitting 176. He has 3 hits and 17 trips. Team batting average is semi-respectable, 251. Pitch comes in a little bit low and outside, evens the count at 1-1. Sheboygan's team batting average coming into today is 273. It's a seeing eye single, Matt. Ball had eyes. Got right past the third baseman, and then the shortstop not able to get over. A little bit to either side, and we might have had an out. Brings up the number 8 hitter, the right fielder, Ben Espinoza. Espinoza hitting a respectable 375, but that's only in 8 at bats. Bill teaches math at North. He said, yep, must have 3 hits. He was absolutely right. Coming in is Warner, and he's got the catch for out number 3 after an inning and a half. No score. You know who's got a really interesting educational facet? The Cooperstown, the Hall of Fame. Worst walk-up song in the history of baseball, and that means it's Jacob Neese. And CJ refuses to go down to the dugout and ask him, you sure you don't want to change? God almighty. It's just a little bit high, even to count at 1-1. Jacob drove in the tying run at the time in the 5th inning and scored the winning run in the 10th inning of game 1. So big game for Jacob. Here comes the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. evens the count at 2-2. Matt Crowley doing his voice exercises in the corner behind us, getting ready for innings 3 and 4. And Jacob takes one a little too close. Got to be swinging at those. Called strike 3. And that brings up Mark Warner.
Left fielder, number 16, Mark Warner.
Warner walked in that 10th inning that moved Neese up to second base, and it allowed Pettit to then drive in the winning run with a single. There's one out. We're in the bottom of the second. No score. Bouncing ball to short. Big hop for the shortstop, and he airmails that one off the screen in front of the dugout. Good hustle by Lacey. E6. E6. Betts got a great hop. Went right up, chest level. He made a nice pick from there and then just made a wild throw. Good backup by, like I said, Lacey to keep Warner on at first base. T.D. Walker is up. Walker had a tough go of it in game 1, looking for his first hit of the day. Guido has a pretty quick move over to first base. Same cast of characters up in the press box. Bill Wagner, C.J. Skelton, Matt Crowley, and me, Mike Martin. Ball is tapped foul. 1-1. So what happens when you keep throwing it over to first base, Matt. It's only 2 pitches to the batter. Warner taking a pretty nice lead off of first. He's going. Pitch is high. Quick throwdown is not in time. Gets past the second baseman and the shortstop, and that allows Mark Warner to go all the way to third. So give him a stolen base, and he goes to third on the error on the catcher. It was an interesting play because the shortstop got behind the second baseman who was taking the throw, and it got by him also. And a great slide by Warner, able to pop up and make it over to third. There's a fly ball out to right. Racing over and can't get the play. Bounces in fair territory. Walker is going to pull into second with a double. RBI double by that. Espinoza looked like he had a beat on it, but he couldn't make the play. So good start here in the second inning. Sheboygan a run in, only 1 out, and they still have a runner on second. Brings up Shane Ryan. Shane looking for his first hit of the day. He's at first pitch for a strike. Espinoza out and right not only had a long run to get to the ball, but he's also fighting the sun. That's the sun field right now, and it's tough. Sheboygan with 2 hits already. They only had 6 in 10 innings of game 1. Swinging a little looper, caught by Betts, but good base running by Walker. He retreated to the base when he saw it was going to be caught, so no double play there. He remains in scoring position, and that brings up the second baseman, Nick Hancock. Hancock hitting a cool 320. Hopefully he can keep that going right here. He does have no extra base hits. Does have a stolen base. Hancock has walked 4 times. It's a good eye. Waiting on deck is Ross Christ. There's a line drive to right. That's going to drop in for a hit. Espinoza making a strong throw home. And great slide by Walker to beat the tag. Oh my. It was a good throw by Espinoza. And Lacey was in a good position to make the tag, but Walker slid around him and was able to touch home plate before the tag was applied.
Right fielder, number 31, Ross Chris.
What a play. Boy, you don't see it much better than that. Good play all the way around. Just a little better by Walker on the slide into home. That brings up Ross Christ. Hancock taking a pretty good lead. Not running on that pitch. There's 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the second. Sheboygan has scored 2 runs already. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop coming over and making the play. That's Betts. And after 2 complete innings of play, Sheboygan 2, Addison nothing. When we come back, Matt Crawley will take you through the next 2 innings.
Welcome back to Wildwood Park. Top of the third. Leading off for Addison is Josh Dryden. In a little bit, we Have an update on a Lombard and Burlington game. Lombard is beating Burlington 7-1 at top of the fourth over at Field of Dreams, just down the road from here at Wildwood Park. And I just got updated that it's now 7-2 in favor of Lombard. Oh. Floater right over to shortstop. I'm trying to do my best, Mike.
Not you.
Oh.
The guy in the middle. Oh, darn it.
Now batting for Addison is Brandon Lacey. Oh, he got out? It was a hit. Base hit. Schmitz has been having quite the, I guess you say, the one game that he started in here at home had an amazing game. First pitch calls for strike one. You do have Dryder on first. Dryden. Pitch inside for ball one. Schmitz has 3 games, 3 starts, and one complete game so far this year. And this one's hit to third, and Pettit gets it, makes it in time to second for the force out. 1 out for Addison. Bottom to third.
Baseman number 11, Chris Karasinski.
Now batting for Addison, Chris Karasinski. Schmitz is 1-0 on the year, one win and no loses this season. Why is English so hard? First pitch calls for strike one. That one just inside, called for strike two. Here comes the pitch from Schmitz. The pitch down low for ball one. There's 1 out here, top of the third, as Sheboygan leads by 2. And Schmitz gets set on the mound. Now he winds up and now delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 2 for Eric Schmitz. And now Peter Mercurio. Peter's 0 for 1. He's going to second. Whoa! Well pitched by Ryan. Lacey steals second. And goes to third on the air from Shane. That pitch was a strike, so the count is 0-1 here of 2 outs. But Addison does have a runner on third in scoring position. And Schmitz winds on, now delivers. Pitch called for strike 2. And we have, earlier today, Mike had to say goodbye to his plastic cup. His favorite plastic cup up here in the booth. It's been officially retired. Now, right to... That's not Chris. To Hancock, and Hancock throws it to Stelt for the third out to eliminate the potential threat of scoring. Sheboygan will be batting up after 3. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Welcome back here to Wildwood Park here in Sheboygan. Leading off for Sheboygan will be Joey Pettit, the MVP from last game.
Leading off for the A's, shortstop number 25, Joey Pettit.
Pettit's 0 for 1 on today's game. Today's game, excuse me. No. Weedus throws a strike on his first pitch to Pettit. Counts 0-1. Here comes a pick. A nice rip from Pettit. Another base hit for him. 2 for 2 now.
First baseman,
And now
number 19, Harry Stelp.
Harry Stelp basically leading everything on the offense portion of the game, besides stolen bases. He has 2 and the leader has 6. Pickoff attempt for Pettit. Doesn't get him. Count still. Breaking ball inside for ball 1. Now we do get set on the mound. No wind's blowing. The flag's completely still. That one's called for a strike. Counts even at 1-1. Still no outs here. Bottom of the third. Gets set. Now here comes the pitch. And that hits Harry. And Pettit advances to second. And just like that, Sheboygan has a runner in scoring position.
Northwoods coming to the playoff batter. Designated hitter, number 39, Jacoby Andreas.
And now batting for Sheboygan is Jacoby Andreas. Andreas is 0 for 1 for today. Harry Stelp on first, and you have Joey Pettit on second. That one's right to double play just made, but Pettit gets to third. And now up for Sheboygan, Jacob Neese. Sheboygan knocking on the door for more runs. And a little bit about Pettit. Today he's 5 for 6. His batting average is .314, 314, which pretty sure is like average is like 333 or 333 or in a ball. And now scoring Pettit. So Sheboygan gets another score to make it 3-0. umpires talking about the ball call.
So Pettit came into today hitting 207. Raised his average to 114.
They took away the ball, so Pettit will go back to third. So no score for Sheboygan. Counts 0-1 for Nice. Weedu comes up and now throws a ball. Counts even at 1-1 with 2 outs after a double play. Now Weedu steps up and now delivers. And that ball goes down into the dirt for ball 2. Now Weedu gets set and now delivers for an inside low pitch to make it ball 3. Counts 3-1 with 2 outs. Now here comes a pitch from Weedu. Inside pitch for ball 4. And Nice will get on to first. Now coming up to the plate right now for Sheboygan is Mark Warner.
Left fielder, number 16, Mark Warner.
Warner reached on air in the second inning, and a broken bat, which Sheboygan leaves 2 runners on base that inning, including Joey Pettit, who was on third. Addison will be it at the top of the 4th, batting next. Stay tuned.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Welcome back to top of the 4th here for Sheboygan. And now leading off for Addison is Jarrett Hyder. This one is popped up and it falls right in front of the left fielder. Base hit for Addison. And now up.
Third baseman, number 6, Jake Bellata.
Now up for Addison, Jake Bellata. Bellata on his last at bat grounded out to the pitcher. That was a pitch that where Eric Schmitz got drilled in the elbow, but is able still pitching. That pitch called for a strike. Counts 0-1. And this one is hit into the gap. Now you have a runner on first and second. Now coming to the plate for Addison is Brandon Hollyfield. He's 0 for 1 on today. Struck out. Now two back-to-back base hits for Addison, which puts them with a runner on first and second. Quick update. Score still remains between Lombard and Burlington, 7-1, but it's the bottom of the fifth. Lombard is winning 7-1. First pitch from Schmitz is a strike. Count is 0-1. Schmitz looks back at second. Now delivers a breaking ball for strike 2. A reminder that after this inning, the 5th, 6th, and 7th, Michael will take back over for his duty for the remainder of the game. Oh, I guess not. And struck out again for out number 1. Do believe that is Schmidt's 3rd strikeout in this game.
Shortstop, number 8, Jack Betts.
His 4th strikeout. And now batting for Addison, Jack Betts. Betts got a base hit the last time he was up. Schmitz now winds up. Inside pitch for ball 1. Sheboygan still up by 2. Addison scoreless. Schmitz looks back at second, now delivers, and this one's hit to right in the gap. Now whips it to Harry for out number 2. Great play by Hancock to know where he was and get set up and throw the ball to get the out. And now Addison has 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. Now batting for Addison is Ben Espinoza. Spanish is hard. Schmidt's pitch is in for a strike. Q. Hola. Schmitz now delivers this one. This one is Harry goes back and switch places with Schmitz to get the out. No scores in for Addison. Now Sheboygan will be back up to bat right after this. We'll be back.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You were really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
every single time I...
Get down, get down!
You are. You always have.
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things
Yes, yes, things.
are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And-
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Now, welcome back here at Wildwood Park. Now batting for Sheboygan is T.D. Walker. T.D. Walker is 1 for 1 with a double. We do still pitching for Addison. Here comes a pitch, and this one's popped up into right into left field. Shortstop's there to make the catch. 1 out. Now up for Sheboygan, Shane Ryan. Ryan's 0 for 1 on today. Had a line drive right to the shortstop last time he was up. Pitch goes into the dirt for ball 1. No square? The no square? Make sure the catcher is okay, or maybe the ump even. It was umpire got hit. As Mike would say, take it like a man. He has padding on. Swing and a miss for Ryan. Counts even at 1-1 with 1 out. And here comes a pitch from Weedu. Slower pitch. Still got Ryan. Counts 1-2 now. And on today, Shane Ryan has been 0 for 6. So not a very good day for him. And this one is, I just had to say something. Make that 1 for 7. And Ryan celebrates in glory down on first base as he's finally able to get on base for the first time today.
Second baseman, number 45, Nick Hancock.
And now batting for Sheboygan, Nick Hancock. Hancock had a base hit in the second. You have Shane Ryan on first here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. And this one hits the gap in between first and second. Hancock gets yet another base hit. And Sheboygan has 1 runner in scoring position. Now batting for Sheboygan, Ross Chris. Chris has been 0 for 2 on today. That breaking ball goes in for a strike. Counts 0-1. First hit, he flew out to left field, and the next hit, and his other at-bat flew out to shortstop. There comes a pitch from Weedu. Good save from Lacey. Chris is currently hitting .326. Weedu is now just getting set on the mound. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Weedu looks back at second. And this is a nice rip. And gets down back into the wall. That's going to run in Shane Ryan. And Boyer is going to hold Hancock at third. And Ross Chris has another RBI double. How about you, but is that his 3rd double today? Now up. Now Joey Pettit, he's 2 for 2 on today and 5 for 6 overall. Excuse me, 2 for 2 in this game and 5 for 6 overall in both games. Has great opportunity to drive in more runs. Breaking ball very high for a ball, make that count 1-0. Only with one out here, Sheboygan with 2 runners in scoring position on second and third. You have Hancock on third, and you have Chris on second. That pitch low for a strike. Counts even at 1-1. Weedo gets set on the mound. Now here comes a pitch. This one flies back for strike 2. Hudson's back. Hudson has entered the press box. So has Grandpa Skelton. Another foul ball ticked back. Still count still 1-2 with only one out here for Pettit. Been getting a hold of them. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Just, I guess you can say, I don't know what would be a good word for, like, not windy, but in the middle. A slight breeze from right to left. Now, Weedu gets set, now delivers it. High inside pitch. Counts 2-2. 2-2 is the count for Pettit. Only one out here. Want to see these runners get hit in. And this one is looking gone, and it's out of here. 3-run home run for Joey Pettit. And I guess you can, by the way, he's been playing today. I guess you can call him the MVP. 6 for 7 with a home run. And Sheboygan extends their leads 3-6. And now up for Sheboygan is Harry Stelt. And Stelt is currently hitting a .437, which leads the club, I do believe. Here comes a pitch from Weedu. Pitch down to the dirt. Ball 2. Only one out here, still the bottom of the 4th. Here comes the pitch. Pitch inside and low for ball 3. Usually, you would think that Harry would be the threat in that type of situation, but Pettit pulls through and hits a dinger into left field. That was his first home run of the year. And ball 4 for Harry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're walking. That is a 4th walk for Harry today. One was intentional. Now batting for Sheboygan, Jacoby Andreas. Andreas is 0 for 2 on today. This one's popped up, but out somewhere, probably out of New Jersey Avenue. It's a minefield if you're driving a car back here. Counts 0-1 for Andreas. Guido gets out on the mound, now delivers. This one's hit right to the second baseman. And throws it to shortstop to get Harry out at second. But Andreas makes it the first. And now up for Sheboygan is Jacob Neese.
Third baseman number 17, Jacob Lees.
Neese is 0 for 1, looked out striking, and then got walked. Now Guido gets on the mound. Now here comes the pitch. Healthy cut from Neese, but didn't get a hold of it. Counts 0-1. Guido quick looks back at first. Now gets set. Looks over his shoulder. Now delivers. Got a good rip of that, but goes into New Jersey Avenue again. Counts 0-2 with 2 outs here. Mine. Here comes the pitch. Thought about swinging, but decided to hold it back for ball 1. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. 5th inning, Mike will be taking the mic back, and I'll be taking it back in the 6th, and he's going to finish it up in the 7th. Now, low pitch for strike 3. Now we'll end the 4th inning, and I'll be back in the 6th inning as Mike will take over in the 5th inning, which is coming up next.
Thanks, Matt. Entering the top of the 5th, Sheboygan broke it wide open with that 4-run 4th inning. Leading off for Addison will be the number 9 hitter, their first baseman, Josh Dryden. Dryden did get a base hit his first trip up. Let's talk a little bit about Joey Pettit. Coming into today, Joey was only 6 for 29. Currently, he is 12 for 36, so raised his average from 207 to 333. He also entered today with only 4 RBIs. He now has 10, 6 on the day, 3 in this game and 3 in the first game. So it's been quite a day for Joey Pettit. He got player of the game in game 1. He's likely to get player of the day for his 2-game performance. Fly ball out to left. Warner eases in and makes the easy catch. That brings up Brendan Lacey, the Addison catcher. Sheboygan's game tomorrow will be at 3 o'clock. Again, that's approximate. Ground ball. Pettit got a glove on it, but it wasn't able to come up with it. That'll be Lacey's first hit of the game. So a 3 o'clock start approximately on Sunday against Lombard. Lombard is up 7-1. They're in the 7th inning, top of the 7th. So it looks like they will enter tomorrow's action with 2 wins and no losses. And if Sheboygan can keep their lead in this ball game, they will also enter tomorrow's action with 2 wins and no losses this weekend. Matt will be taking you through the action tomorrow. I will not be here. I'm on a 1-game suspension. Eating too many hot dogs. Spilling too many sodas. It's like I was telling TJ earlier, I had one little accident last year, but that happened in later part of July. I already used up my 1 spill, and we're only in the middle of June. That's what I mean. Don't lose the cap on the soda bottle. And no more plastic cups. Got a Harry Stealth fan down in front of us, guys. In the purple. Right in front of me. Foul tick into the mitt of Shane Ryan for a strikeout. And that brings up Peter Mercurio.
Center fielder, number 25, Peter Mercurio.
Karasinski was the strikeout victim. Mercurio had a good season going. He was 10 for 35, hitting .286. So far today, Peter is 0 for 2 in this ball game. Breaking pitch is up just a little bit. Boy, Shane Ryan wanted that call to strike. Have a runner on first. There are 2 outs. We're in the top of the 5th. Bouncing ball to Nice. He picks it up. Makes a strong throw across the infield to get Mercurio. And after 4.5 innings of play, Sheboygan's on top 6-0.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
New pitcher for Addison is Kyle Campbell. We'll give you Chris Weedo's numbers in just a second. Leading off the inning, bottom of the fifth, is Mark Warner. Warner's 0 for 2 on the day, but he did score a run. Sheboygan on top 6-0 on the strength of a 4-run fourth. We finally got Matt Crowley to do some work up here, getting us a lead, a big lead. I got us a little league. We did, but who had to bring us home for that win? Matt. Who brought us home? Who did the 10th? You or me? I can remember. That's why I can talk smack. Anyway, it's a team effort up here. Just remember that, Matt. Yeah, it was. CJ got involved. Ben was up here helping. And unfortunately, Mark Warner is a strikeout victim. Let's go at Weedo's numbers and cut the nonsense. Chris Weedo went 4 innings, gave up 8 hits, 6 runs. 4 of those were earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2 and did allow a home run. That brings up T.D. Walker. Walker 1 for 2 on the day. Had an RBI double. Campbell, pretty good motion out there. Throws nice and free and easy. Walker fouls that off. Two balls and 1 strike is the count. Pitch rides up high. Lombard a winner, 7-1. And their game over at the Field of Dreams. There's a drive out to deep center field, way back there. But making the grab out in deep center field was Peter Mercurio. Pinch hitter coming up. Ethan Scherg is going to make an appearance, pinch hitting in the 5th inning. I'm sure he'll stay in and catch the remainder of the ball game. Ethan comes into today's ball game hitting .240. Campbell's delivery is outside. Sheboygan scored 2 in the 2nd inning. Walker had his RBI double, and then Hancock had an RBI single. Scherg with a line drive, base hit to left. Good hit for that young man. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Nick Hancock, and Hancock's having quite a day too. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Hancock has his average up to 370 with this 2 for 2. Sure, taking a short lead. Scherg not going. Pitch in the dirt, stopped nicely by Lacey. We're in the bottom of the fifth. There are 2 outs. It's a drive out to center field, or pardon me, behind second base. Out in right field, taking it is the second baseman. And that ends the 5th inning for Sheboygan. Matt is going to come back and do the 6th. I'll be back for inning number 7. But so far, after 5 complete, Sheboygan on top, 6-0.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly... Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up. In my life! I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my... Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things. Yes, things are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen, you hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Welcome back here. Top of the 6th here. My bad, Mike. And now Jarrett Hyder is leading off for S, and Ethan Short comes in for Shane Ryan for catcher. And first pitch for Schmitz is a strike. And that would have been pitch number 58, I do believe. And that one's fouled back for another strike. Counts to 0-2. Sheboygan has a favorable lead at 6-0.
Number 19, Bill.
No.
He's got the stats, and he's got him as number 19.
No, that pitch just outside for ball 1. Fouls back. Still strike 2. Schmidt's having a pretty good day on today. Flag's not moving at all. Now Schmitz gets set. Now delivers a pitch. This is golf swung into right center. And right in the gap. That's going to be a base hit double. He really set that one up on a tee and let her rip. Now batting for Addison. Jake Bellata. Bellata is 1 for 2 on today. Hit a single at his last at bat. And grounded out in his first. Oh, Schmitz looks back at second, now delivers it. This one's hit right to center field, but just drops. No runners advances, but now Addison has 2 runners on first and second. And now batting for Addison, Brandon Hollifield. Hollifield is struck out 2 times. He's 2 strikeout victim for Schmitz. Now Schmitz gets set, now looks back at second. And now winds up, delivers. Hollifield gets a hold of it, but sends it backwards into the net for strike 1. Schmitz gets set, now looks back at second. Hasn't looked at first. Gets another hold of it, but sends it back into the net for strike 2. Schmitz gets set up on the mound. Looks back at second. And winds up now. Here comes a pitch. Breaking ball for strike 3. We got him looking. Now batting for Sheboygan is Jack Betts. Excuse me, Addison. Jack Betts is hitting now. Now Scherg and Schmitz out there talking. Did you say those numbers? I'm gonna thank you, Pay. Now Schmitz gets set up on the mound after talking with his catcher Scherg. Looks back at second, keeping him in check there. Now delivers. Inside pitch goes foul for strike 1. Mike's getting the action, so is CJ and Bill. Hudson, clap your hands. Hey, Hudson can't hear me. Swing and a miss for on a pass ball. Ball was high. The pitch was high. Don't know if it hit off. Looked like Scherg's or the ump's mask. So now Addison has 2 runners in scoring position. But there are 2 strikes. 0-2 is the count. Only 1 out. Now here comes a pitch. And this one is going to throw him out at first, but one will come in. Addison scores their first run of the game. But smart play by Hancock to get it right to Harry. Throw him out. Now batting for Addison is Ben Espinoza. Spanish is hard. This one is hit back into the net for strike 1. Now here comes a pitch, just high and outside. Counts even at 1-1 with 2 outs here. Runner on third and first. No, excuse me, just runner on third. Here comes the pitch. This one's popped up and back. And by the sounds of the crowd, it looks like I almost hit a car. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs here at the top of the 6th. Schmitz looks at third, keeping him in check. Inside pitch to make it 2-2. 2's all across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Light, slight breeze from right to left field. Now, here comes the pitch from Schmitz. And the ticked ball from Espinoza makes him still alive. Counts still in 2-2. Here comes a pitch from Schmitz. Just high and outside for ball 3. Now Schmitz with a situation. Don't believe he's walked a batter yet. Probably shouldn't have said it because now he's going to walk a batter. Oh, here comes a pitch. And there I go, ruining his perfect game. Well, that was his first walk. And now you gotta be smart here if you're sure, because if he steals first, you don't throw the second, or do you? Now Tim Moyer comes out. Talk to Schmitz. Runners on third and first, as you just saw. 2 outs. Sheboygan leads 6-1 in the top of the 6th. And batting for Addison is Josh Dryden.
First baseman number 10, Josh Dryden. There's like 80 people. 80.
Now Schmitz winds up. Just high again for ball 1. Runner on third and first. One in scoring position. Schmitz gets set and now delivers a pitch. That one's delivered low for ball 2. Now here comes a pitch from Schmitz. That one's delivered as a strike. Yes. Counts 2-1 here, 2 outs. Runner on third and first. Now here comes a pitch from Schmitz. Another strike delivered. Counts 2-2. Here comes a pitch from Schmitz. This one's and making that catch at right field is Ross Chris, and that ends the inning. And we're gonna be in a excuse me, that was not the bottom of the 6th. Now we'll be going to the bottom 6 right after this.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Pitching change for Addison is number 34, Neil Freeman. Say that one, Mike. And now batting for Sheboygan is Ross Chris.
Right fielder number 31, Ross Chris. Pitching for Addison, number 34, Neil Freeman.
Last inning, Mike will take you back to Mike's mic. You have Matt's mic, and you have Mike's mic. Now it's going to be Mike's mics next. Now Freeman gets set up on the mound. Lefty. That first pitch inside and low for ball one. That pitch was high for ball two. Chris having a good game last at bat. Had that nice double. Now Freeman gets set on the mound, and here comes the pitch. Delivered for a strike. Is this all good? And now we do have the numbers for Campbell. He pitched one inning, allowed one hit, no runs, no earned runs, one strikeout, and he walked no batters and didn't give up any home runs. Now count is 3-1, and that'll definitely be ball four. Now batting for Sheboygan is Joey Pettit. Pettit having a heck of a game.
25, Joey Pettit.
Coming off of a 3-run home run as last at bat. I do believe Pettit is 7 for 8. Pitch inside for ball one. Pettit is 6 for 7 on the day. That pitch in for a strike, counts 1-1. Still plenty of seats out here to come out and support your A's, or even if you're not an A's fan. There's also another game being played after this one at 8 o'clock. Which is against Addison and Burlington, who Burlington had just lost to Lombard 7-1. Last two pitches were high balls. Counts 3-1 for Pettit. Do you give him the green light to let him swing? No, that's going to be ball 4 for Pettit. Yeah, runner on second and first. Now, on first and second. Now up to bat is Harry Stelt.
First baseman number 19, Harry.
So Harry is 0 for 0, 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Interesting stat line for this game. This one's ripped to third. And overthrown throw. Harry's going to be safe at first, but Chris is going to get out at third as it was a line drive right to third base. So now you have Pettit on second. Pettit on third, and then Harry Stelt on first.
Designated hitter number 39, Jacoby Andrea.
Now batting for Sheboygan is Jacoby Andreas. Now you wonder if you'll see Harry try to do a sacrifice steal. Pitch is high for ball 2. This one's ripped up into center, high hit. Caught by the right fielder. Sacrifice fly. Another one comes in for Sheboygan to extend their lead to 7. 7-1 Sheboygan. 2 outs though. Now up to bat is Jacob Neese. Neese is 0 for 2 with a walk. Swung early on that one for strike 1. 7th inning will be brought to you by Mike. Freeman is getting set on the mound. Here comes a pitch. Inside pitch for a strike. I think Burlington is, or is that Lombard down in the stands over there? No, that pitch was a ball. Oh, Freeman now delivers a pitch. Another inside pitch for ball 3. Excuse me, ball 2. Sorry with sunglasses. It helps a little bit, yeah. Here comes a pitch from Freeman. Now it's a full count. 3-2, 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. Maybe it's raccoon repellent. Now here comes the pitch from Freeman. This one's hit into left field, or just popped up to shortstop. That'll end the inning. That'll do it for me, as Mike will take you through the 7th inning. Sheboygan leads at 7-1.
We're getting ready to start the seventh inning. Sheboygan on top 7-1. Mac Doherty is coming in to pitch the seventh. Eric Schmitz went 6 innings. He gave up a high total of hits. He gave up 8 hits, but only 1 run. That run was earned. He allowed 1 walk and did strike out 6. Leading off the seventh is the leadoff hitter, Brendan Lacey, the catcher. Lacey swinging at that first pitch and fouls it back. Lacey's 1 for 3 in the ball game. Doherty is making his 5th appearance of the year. He's pitched 7 innings, struck out 10, has an ERA of 3.86. Does have a save. You wouldn't get credit for a save in this ball game. And he does have 1 loss. CJ, what was the final pitch total for Eric Schmitz? 81 pitches, not very high. I thought he might finish it out, but suppose Coach Moyer wants to give some of the other guys a chance. So Schmitty with a good outing, like I said. Only allowed 1 run, had 6 strikeouts in his 6 innings. I'm questioning whether that 1 run was earned or not. CJ, does your computer program tell you if it's an earned run or not? See what your program says about Schmitz's 1 run allowed, if it was earned or not. Not earned. I think it had to do with the pass ball that allowed the runner to go to third. A line drive just out of the reach of Hancock. Made a good stab at it, but couldn't quite catch it. So Eric Schmitz goes 6 innings, allows 1 run. It is unearned, and had the 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. Brings up Peter Mercurio. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Pitch right on the outside corner for strike 1. We like those calls. That means it's a strike. Not the woo calls. That means it was high and inside. There's nobody out. We're in the top of the 7th. It's 7-1. And Addison has 2 runners on. Ball ticked at home plate. Attendance for the day, 294. That's a pretty good total. I want to thank President of the club, Scott Stengel, for bringing that information up to us. Highly recommend you fans out there in viewer land get to the ballpark tomorrow. Sheboygan plays at 3 o'clock against Lombard. Ball stroked by Mercurio into right field for a base hit, and that loads the bases. And it's time to get some outs, fellas. Brings up the number 4 hitter, the DH, Jarrett Hyder. Hyder is 2 for 3. His last at bat, he doubled. And he scored the lone Addison Brave run. Doherty comes set at the belt and delivers. Brad Reinflesh's start is scheduled to make the start tomorrow against Lombard. He'll be tested in that game. The breaking ball is in for a strike. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded for Addison and nobody out. Another pitch in for a strike. That evens the count at 2-2. 3-2 doesn't even the count. A little bit up. Looked like it was pretty close, but the umpire saw it as high, and that forces in a run. And Tim Moyers coming out to talk to his pitcher. Hey, Matt, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. 30 seconds. Gardy's still in the ball game. Up next is Jake Bellata. He's gotten hits in his last 2 trips up. Swings at that first pitch and fouls it off. Score is now 7-2. Bases remain loaded, and nobody is out. Good job by Ethan Scherg to frame that pitch on the inside corner, and he held it there, allowed the home plate umpire, Doug Steinke, to get a good look at it, and he called it a strike. Another pitch fouled off. Infield is deep at all the positions, and the outfield is straight away. Swing and a miss. Out number 1 into 7th. Bellata goes down on strikes. That brings up Brandon Hollifield. Hollifield is 0 for 3. And hate to see this, Brandon, but in his 3 at-bats today, he's in this ball game, he struck out all 3 times. Last time called strike 3. Hopefully Doherty can get him out for the 4th time. Bouncing ball. Harry boots it, picks it up, steps on the bag for the 2nd out. A run does score, but will take the out. Give Hollifield an RBI. That brings up Jack Betts. Betts is 1 for 3 with an RBI. 7-3 is the score now. The tying run is in the on-deck circle in the person of Ben Espinoza. Matt, so is Spanish. Good stop by Scherg. Mercurio's on at third. Hyder's on at second. Or 2 outs. Betts is up. And he bounces that one foul. One ball and 2 strikes on the batter. Doherty, good teaser pitch, just off the outside corner, but Betts didn't bite at it. Swing and a miss, and that ends the ball game. Sheboygan wins their second game in this weekend challenge by a score of 7-3. The winning pitcher in this ball game was Eric Schmitz. The losing pitcher was the starter for Addison, Chris Weedo. Sheboygan will be back in action tomorrow afternoon with a 3 o'clock game against the Lombard Orioles. For Matt, I'm Mike. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road, hopefully tomorrow at 3 o'clock.